everybody and welcome back to another video. This morning I have had a very special delivery that I'm going to show you in a bit. But first, while I'm here in the office, I just wanted to say a huge thank you for all the love and support on my first book, The Starlight Stables Gang, also all the love from my book tour as well that I did. So I went to Belfast, I went to Dublin, I went to the Waterstones in Piccadilly in London and the Waterstones at Bluewater as well. So that was honestly so much fun, and again, you guys were amazing. But anyway, the really exciting delivery that I've had today is that the second book of the Starlight Stables Gang, Jessie and the Star Rider, I have in my hands right now. So if you're from Team Ireland, it's going to be available on Thursday the 3rd of August, so very, very soon, very exciting. You can get it from Eason's and online at easons.com, which is very exciting. Here they are. It feels, whenever you see like a book, this is like the most weird / surreal moment, but seeing it sort of like in the flesh, in real life, after all the sort of hours, you know, going through all the different things and writing it and going back and forth, making little changes, like there's a lot that goes into, you know, creating this basically. But we've got the paperback and we've got the hardback. Also, if you're in the UK, do not worry, it will be out very, very soon, the 24th of August. You can pre-order it now from all your normal sort of book websites and places, I guess, so Waterstones, Amazon, that kind of thing. But yeah, here we go, Jessie and the Star Rider. So I thought, in today's video, I'd give you a little bit of a sneak peek. I'll read the first chapter, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll read a bit more, you never know. But anyway, so the first book is all about Summer, if you guys have read it. She's sort of the main character in the gang. There's a gang of 4 friends. We have Summer, we have Jessie, which is what book 2 is about. It's in her point of view, so that's a bit more interesting, you know, different riders' point of view, different gang members' point of view. And then we also have Daniel and we also have Ellie as well. So as you can see, the main characters are on the beautiful front cover we have here, illustrated by Hannah George. But anyway, let's get into it. I don't want to give, should I read the blurb? I don't know, I don't want to give too much away, because obviously I am reading the first chapter. But anyway, maybe I could read the blurb. I'll read the blurb for you. So it kind of, actually, I think because it's a hardback, the blurb actually starts on the inside on this very fancy little dust sheet cover we have here. So just a little pre-warning before I read. Some of you will probably know that I am dyslexic, so I'm alright at reading, you know, in my head. But when I have to read it out loud and my brain has to think about not only reading what the words are saying, what the words mean, but also trying to say it in a interesting voice, an exciting voice and that kind of thing. I really apologise if I do end up sounding like a robot or struggle on some of the words, because even though I didn't write it, I do struggle reading out loud a little bit, just a little bit. But anyway, let's begin for the blurb. It's the start of the school holidays and the Starlight Stables Gang is determined to make it the best summer ever. But when one of the horses manages to kick a hole in the stable block, their summer isn't off to the best start. With lots to fix and ponies to feed, the stables may be at risk of closing down for good. Determined to save the place that they love, Jessie and the gang hatch a plan. If they can host an amazing show, will it be enough to rescue the stables? Or maybe with help of a certain Star Rider? So that's what's coming up in the book. A little teaser, a little sneak peek. But anyway, this is the hardback, as I showed you before. It's actually, well, let's put that in the right place. It's actually, the hardbacks are signed by me, so there we go. If you saw me on my stories the other day, well, I'll say the other day, quite a few weeks back now, I had to sign, what was it, like 3,000, I think it was? So little pieces of paper that they then put into the book. So there we go, there's my signature if you ever wanted to know what it looks like. So the exciting news is that book 2 to the Starlight Stables Gang is coming out very soon. So my job for today has been signing all of these things called tip-ins, and they're basically little pieces of paper that get slotted into the book, so I don't actually have to physically have the 3,000 books, I can just have the 3,000 pages. So I've been busy doing that. So yeah, exciting things coming soon. I hope you enjoyed that. Before I start reading the first chapter, I just thought actually it might be interesting for some of you to, you know, hear about what it's like to write a book and have it published by Penguin, one of the biggest sort of publishing companies out there. So actually, I've also written this alongside my co-author Jo, which has been incredible. We literally, when we've been writing, there's actually a book 3 as well, but I'm going to keep that a little bit of a secret. But when we've been writing the books, we literally message like almost every day. So we have like lots of Zoom meetings or video calls where basically we just come up with like what the book's going to be about, what the main plot's going to be. Obviously, when we did book 1, we came up with all the characters, what they were going to be like, what their personalities were going to be like, and it's been so lovely to write it alongside her, especially as she's a bit more of an established author. This is all a little bit of a new world for me, so it's been really nice having her along the journey with me. And also, I feel like the Starlight Stables gang wouldn't be it without both of us. So it's been so nice also because she's from like a non-horsey background. It's nice to have that sort of point of view because I want to try and make this book accessible to as many people out there as possible and to make horse riding more accessible. So hopefully there'll be some people that pick this up in a bookshop that maybe love animals but don't know anything about horses. Having Jo's point of view from sort of like a outsider's perspective. I feel like some horsey people, we get very into all the nitty-gritty details and certain terminology and language that if you're not horsey, you're going to be like, girl, what are you going on about? So to be able to kind of come together, create this, and Jo helped to kind of basically put some of my ideas onto paper as well, and us do that together. It's been an incredible journey. So having book 2 here again feels it's one of those things that is just so difficult to describe, but it feels so good. But anyway, I am going to now finally get on to the first chapter and read it with you all. You might be able to tell there are a few little bits and sort of like Easter eggs that I've hidden within the book of maybe my own horses or little things that I've done on the channel. All right, let's dive into chapter 1. Again, reading out loud is not my forte, it's not my best thing. You can probably tell that I do not script my videos. It comes from my brain, not from a piece of paper. But anyway, let's start. Chapter 1. Focus. That's the most important thing of all. My mind clears, my vision narrows. The fence and what's beyond it are the only things I see. My hands are light and my body is poised. Lifted slightly from the saddle, my knees absorbing all the movement from the cantering horse under me, we approach the jump on the perfect line, and at the right moment, I squeeze very slightly with my legs. Angus takes off, his front hooves tucked neatly under his shoulders, both of us soaring through the air for a second before he lands beautifully, and I take care not to thump back into the saddle. From the side of the Starlight Stables arena, my friend Summer cheers. Nice one, Jessie. Now that we've landed, I can relax, and I smile and wave back at her. I'm going round again, I call, and I bend to give Angus a pat. Good boy, I say. Angus snorts in appreciation. He's 14 two-hands and the most gorgeous dark bay in the world, and I love him to bits. He adores jumping, which is just as well because I do too. Summer is standing next to my mum, who's watching me carefully. That was good, she calls to me. Just watch your angle in the open oxer. I think you might need one more stride in the approach. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Daniel approaching with a wheelbarrow piled high with horse poo. He puts the barrow down and joins Summer at the fence, his pale blue eyes watching me. Some people get nervous when they know their friends are watching, but I love it. It makes me want to try harder. Everyone loves to be told well done, don't they? I select a fence to jump first and bring Angus round to it. Here we go, Angus, I tell him. It's a single to start with, and he sails over it beautifully. I'm intending to do the cross pole next, but as we land, I change my mind and turn him towards the oxer. A spread fence with 2 rows of poles making it wider, the horse has to go up and across. However, I realise too late that I should have walked the course beforehand, because Mum's quite right. I haven't given Angus enough strides in the approach. About 5 metres out, I know I've misjudged it. Instead of circling around, I give Angus a kick to see if he can manage it. He doesn't even try. Angus knows perfectly well I've messed up. So he does what he always does in those circumstances, and he stops dead. I, on the other hand, keep moving. Over his shoulder, through the air, and straight towards one of the uprights. Crash! The upright, the pole, and I land in a tangled heap on the ground. Ah! Jessie! For a moment, all I can do is catch my breath. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there. Because I don't want to spoil too much. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. So I really hope you enjoy book 2 of the Starlight Stables Gang, Jessie and the Star Rider. If you want to find out more information, I'll leave some links in the description below. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much again for all the love on the first book, and I really hope you love it as much as book 2. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!